Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be looking at the Toyota 4Runner TRD Sport. This one has the entry-level interior. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Lurch Miller Toyota here in Murray for giving some time with this 4Runner. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a turbo 2.4 liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 19 around town, 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 278 horsepower and then 317 pound-feet of torque. Now this is the base powertrain, and it already has more horsepower and more torque compared to the previous version. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now with the TRD Sport, you get the cool vent there in the center. Is it functional? Well, it doesn't really matter because it looks cool. Now with the 4Runner, you have pretty much the same exact headlight design as what you have with the new Tacoma. And then you notice the grille's a little bit different. It has like the double mustache look is what a lot of people call it. You've got that one, and then you got the lower one down below. Fog lights here at the bottom. And then we do have an air dam here at the very bottom. You can see with the recovery points, and this actually does help out quite a bit with fuel economy, but obviously removing it makes it look a whole lot cooler. And there's your front end. Turning wheel setup on this one is 265 by 55 by 20, and you get these special TRD wheels with the satin gray there in the center, and then you've got kind of like more of a, it's still satin but silver finish there on the outside. Now you still have independent front suspension. And you notice on the TRD Sport, the fender flares are unpainted, unlike the TRD Off-Road that has them, or sorry, they're painted, unlike the TRD Off-Road that has them unpainted. Got that mixed up there. Got the fixed side steps here, and then you can see with the mirror cap, door handles, those are also painted. This one has the crossbars up top, and then you can see TRD Sport's been blacked out. Looks pretty cool. And then you've got the window that curves up, which is kind of a cool detail if you ask me. But there is your side profile. Now this leads us to the key fob, which we've got our lock and unlock function. You got the Toyota logo there, pretty straightforward setup. Now you can see the glass here in the rear, still have the function to lower that down. So far every single 4Runner I've reviewed has this, so it looks like it's standard across the board. It's definitely a cool feature. I like this Toyota logo, it kind of has a three-dimensional effect. And then look at the taillights here in the rear too. I think those also have a pretty cool effect on them. Now the hatch on this is manual, and you've got tons of storage space, just like the previous gen 4Runner. See the cup holders and everything here in the rear. It doesn't look like this one has a third row. You can get a third row with it. Got the 12 volt, or sorry, 120 volt, never mind. Getting my numbers mixed up today, blame it on the cold. Anyways, when you're all done, just lower that down. 4Runner there at the very bottom, which is kind of cool looking. Got the receiver hitch there as well. And there's the rest of the rear. Now popping inside, you can see that we've got soft touch here on the armrest, and then you can see a little storage there, cup holder as well. And then here are the seats. Nice trim. Yeah, now that I'm kind of feeling more of the trim in the new 4Runner, this definitely feels more, I would say, high quality compared to what's in the new Tacoma that it shares a lot with. Anyways, legroom's good. We've got a little storage pocket there. We've got some vents here in the back, USB ports, all of that. And yeah, just a nice cabin in general. This leads us up front where, again, you've got soft touch here. You can rest your arm. Yeah, it definitely feels better than what you got in the new Tacoma. Yeah, you got nice window controls. You got your mirror adjustments. Blind spot running with the mirrors. This Sport has 895 pounds of payload capacity. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6395, so I mean, this weighs, what, 5,400 pounds, roughly? There's the front seat. Got all your manual adjustments. Got fancy pedals with the TRD Sport. And then you can see here with the stability control to turn on the 120 volt. Steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you've got nice soft touch trim here at the top and at the bottom. Perforated on either side, and then you can see you've got practical controls here in the front for the center. You've got your volume voice command controls, you've got your adaptive cruise control with lane centering on top of that. Turn signal light stock, you've got the windshield wiper stock there on the other side, and there's the wheel. So we've got this full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which we can change what it displays. I have a similar system in my new 250 Land Cruiser, and I like it. It's nice that you can kind of customize what it shows there with the 3 different areas. Basically, and here's the drive mode select as well. You got a cool animation with it. But I guess back to the other part of the gauge cluster, basically, any second now, you can change that, and that with the info display. Backup camera in reverse. Trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. Good resolution with it. You got a little analog volume control there on the side. And I do like the TRD stop-start button there off to the side. Anyways, you've got the little shortcut bar here on the side. It's really easy to use. Now, as you can see, we've got single zone climate. I think that's all that the 4Runner has. That's all I've seen so far. I haven't seen dual zone. Heated seats, heated steering wheel with this. I like the little buttons there. Those are pretty cool. Phone charging pad, wireless phone charging pad. Got some little USB-Cs there. TRD shifter with this. We've got our parking brake with our auto holds. Drive line select. Traditional 2-wheel drive, 2-speed transfer case. Your tow haul mode and your drive mode, you just twist for the drive mode, by the way. Of course, got a little grab handle there off to the side, and yeah, a bunch of blink switches, which is interesting. Some cup holders, center console. Nice kind of trim there on the top. You got storage above the glove box, and then with the glove box itself. And let's see if it, yes, it does the wiggle too. They all do the wiggle. I just want to make sure that's a feature, not a bug, as they say. Regular rear view mirror, and then we do have a power sliding window again. But yeah, you've got the button up front for it. No sunroof with this. So this leads us to the window sticker. You guys can see 2025 TRD Sport. Standard equipment with this, it comes with quite a bit as standard, including those fancy wheels. Now there are a few options. So base MSRP is $49,250. You've got the connected services, you've got the crossbars and everything, and then door edge guard. What is side steps? Those are $675. Interesting. After destination, $52,730 for a TRD Sport with the cloth interior. Let me guys think about this particular build. I think it's a cool looking car. I think for most people, the Sport's probably going to be the route to go because the TRD Off-Road actually has an air dam from the factory as well, so it's not like it's changing with that. And if you're not going to take it off-road, then, I mean, this has the looks, and I think it does look a little bit better with everything being painted, right, compared to the unpainted. I mean, you can let me know if you disagree with that, if you prefer the unpainted, but yeah, it's got the looks, it's got the features, and it's a little, I mean, it's not really that much less than a TRD Off-Road, but it seems like it's a little bit less feature to feature. Let me know your thoughts.